this video, I'm going to be going over how to create this crazy depth scan transition inside of After Effects. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So now we're here inside of After Effects. The first thing, I have my 2 clips right here from the Jace Go-Go music video. I think that's which one this is. And yeah, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and bring our second clip over top of our first clip so that we have the transition going. So just make sure it starts at some point before your first clip ends. I would personally recommend a good amount before your first clip ends so this transition can look as smooth as possible, but at the end of the day it is up to you, and it doesn't matter how fast the transition goes. So let's go ahead and get back into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do with your top clip is go ahead and duplicate it, and after you've done that, go ahead and pre-compose it. Go ahead and move all attributes into the new composition and adjust the composition duration to the time span of the selected layers. Go ahead and press OK. And so after you have your pre-composed layer, the next thing you want to do is go to your Effects and Presets tab and type in Gradient Wipe. Go ahead and throw that onto the layer that is not pre-composed. Then what you're going to want to do is change the gradient layer to the pre-composed layer. After that, you'll want to start your transition at 100. Go ahead and keyframe that, and then skip to the end of your first clip and keyframe that back to 0. After you've done that, go ahead and press U to open up the keyframes and go into the graph editor. Once you've done that, just create a graph that looks something similar to this, and then you can go ahead and close that one out. Next, what you'll want to do is go into the transition softness and change that to something around 15, I think is a good amount. And so as you can see, we have our first version of the transition. It's not complete yet, but you can see what's coming in, you know what I'm saying? The next thing we'll be doing is editing our pre-composed layer. So the first effect you'll want to add to that is an effect called Extract. Next, add Fill, and finally add a solid composite on it. So what you want to do with your fill layer is go ahead and change that to white, and then go ahead and change the solid composite color to black. After you've done that, you'll want to go to the beginning of your pre-composed clip and go ahead and keyframe the black point, the white point, and the black softness on the extract effect. Next, you'll want to make sure all values except the black softness is at 0. So black point and white point on 0, and then black softness on 255. Then you'll want to skip to the end of your clip and go ahead and just reverse everything. Go ahead and bring the black softness back down to 0, and then bring the white point and the black point back to 255. After you've done that, go ahead and press U to open up the keyframes, and then press F9 to easy ease all of the keyframes. After you've done that, go ahead into the graph editor and make similar graphs as the last graph we just saw. So basically we just move this over a lot and move this over a little bit. And we'll go ahead and do that for all 3 of the keyframes. So once we got the layer turned back on, you can see that it's doing this black and white effect. It kind of looks cool on its own, but that's not exactly what we want. So we're gonna go ahead, go into our blending mode and change that to lighten. We're not gonna put on deep glow just yet. We're gonna go ahead and go with tint first. Then we can throw on the deep glow. So to change the color, you just change the map white to whatever color you want. I'm gonna go ahead with green for this, you know, to give it that scanning effect kind of look, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and go with green. And then on top of that, we're gonna go ahead and turn our radius up, as well as turn on smooth blending. And then to make sure this doesn't happen and the effect starts a little bit earlier than you wanted and it can actually do a little scan effect, you're gonna wanna add invert and then go ahead and place that before everything on your clip. So just go ahead and drag that to the top of the effects tab, and then your effect will only start when your subject comes on screen. So after that, you should have something that looks like this. Insanely smooth transition. I hope you guys learned something valuable from this tutorial. If you guys learned something valuable, I want you to comment below, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, peace.